Livingston and Tangela too, and our host Vincent Van Dahl, and he brings it to ya! Creature features, and all creatures, and all creatures! And the creature gonna get you tonight. You better not turn out your bedroom light. He'll grab your head and give it such a bite. You may even die, just from a fright. You ain't nothing gonna be, baby. You ain't nothing gonna be alright. 'Cause the creature gonna get you, baby. Gonna get you tonight.
One can reason that there are many things in this wide world that I, your host Vincent Van Dahl Esquire, simply do not comprehend. Don't agree with me? And I would agree with this sentiment entirely. However, when the topic turns to the haunting of houses, I consider myself something of an expert and connoisseur on the matter, for the simple fact that it takes living in one to know one. And being that I've lived in this particular domicile continuously for the past 7 years, some odd months, and many odd days, I can convey without hesitation that tonight's film accurately portrays the typical goings-on in a home possessed by demons, specters, apparitions, and the spirits of the long dead. Welcome to Creature Features. While I have previously introduced myself in the previous diatribe, I neglected to mention my esteemed butler, Mr. Livingston. He hails from the country of Germany and won't admit that he believes in ghosts nor spirits despite having encountered them firsthand on numerous occasions, particularly with one that happened to nick his best pair of herb scissors.
Oh, nonsense. I believe they were absconded with by a temporary sous chef hired by Maurice for your nuns and nunchucks party.
Indeed. And over to this side is the lovely and delicate Tangela, who has single-handedly managed to exorcise a good 50% of the polterghosts in my lovely polter mansion simply by shrieking out her interpretation of the Liebestod of Wagner's Tristan und Isolde operetta. But now let's chat about the movie, shall we? For tonight we shall present a fabulous film from 1970 entitled The House That Would Not Die. Starring Barbara Stanwyck, Richard Egan, this is a gorgeous film about a woman who inherits a house that turns out to be, surprise, haunted. This is really quite a well-done film, considering it never made it to the silver screen. And it is a further testament that the Aaron Spelling production company had talents far beyond The Love Boat, Dynasty, and Charlie's Angels. I am informed by Tangela that in 1986, Spelling Productions also produced Life with Lucy, which starred Lucille Ball, Gail Gordon, and Ann Dusenberry, but sadly it only survived for one season of 13 episodes. Tangela speculates that the program's inevitable demise was likely due to the big band format of the opening theme, which was crooned by the shrill vocalizations of Edie Gourmet. I wholeheartedly concur, my little crumpet. And join us tonight in this ghost tale from the 70s will be our old friend, film critic and columnist, Jan Wahl. She'll share with us her opinion about tonight's film, name drop a few famous thespians she's recently encountered, and entertain us with her humor, wit, grace, and charm. So don't go away, for it's to be another night of haunted house fright right here on Creature Features. Stay tuned.
Portions of Creature Features are brought to you by the Winchester Mystery House in San Jose, California. Explore the mystery at winchestermysteryhouse.com.
Welcome to Creature Features. We've got a fantastic show tonight. You know why? Because we've got a fantastic guest and a fantastic film. You know,
Right.
It's what I call a golden episode where we've got the best of both worlds. And speaking of golden, I love your chapeau.
Thank you. And I
That
went
is-
like this out of Coda. You know the new film Coda that just won Best Picture?
No.
This is how you applaud. In the deaf, it's Coda stands for Children of Deaf Adults.
Oh, I see.
And so this is how you applaud. So I'm applauding you, Vincent, my darling, my angel.
Don't do that anymore.
Okay.
Just plod the regular way.
Okay.
Because you'll confuse me. No. Anyways, if you don't recall, Jan Wahl you are a columnist, a personality, a film critic, a ninja.
Yeah, what'd you
I'm
say?
told you're a ninja as well.
Oh, I don't know about ninja because that sounds a little, too much exercise for me.
So in
but
the commence-
definitely broadcast.
In the commencement, we were talking about a party I had recently
Oh.
where it's called Nuns and Nunchucks. And it's you either dress like a nun or you dress like a ninja.
I would like none, probably.
You would dress like a nun
Well,
at
why
my
not?
nun and nunchuck party.
Well, yeah.
I know.
because-
I see you dressed as a ninja.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll do anything. I mean, I'm a very eccentric
Next
person.
one we have. You come in as a ninja.
Okay.
Anyways, Jan Wahl, ninja, columnist, and film critic. We're going to talk about tonight's film. We're going to talk about other films.
It's exciting tonight.
We're going to
You
talk
have
about the Queen.
the Queen. I just love the Queen.
She loves queens.
Well, I love queens in general.
right. Well,
drag
we all do.
queens, regular queens. I love all queens, but
Right.
I especially like the Queen's jewelry. I adore jewelry.
How about the Queen of Hearts?
Oh, the Queen of Hearts is all right. Yes. But I just love the show. I love Tangela. I think she's fabulous.
Our show.
Yes, your show. I want to tell you, I'm a critic, right?
Right.
I'm a broadcaster.
Right.
And we talk about why you like something.
Right.
You have to say you don't just like it. Why do you like it? And I like it because it's eccentric and fun and weird.
Us.
Yeah.
I thought we were somewhat rather normal.
You thought you were
right?
normal.
Well, Tangela's not.
Yeah.
No. And people do tune in to see
Livingston
Tangela.
is somewhat normal.
Livingston's
In
the
a-
only normal thing in this entire household.
Yeah, it's just that I just like to be in another world, and you kind of take me there.
Oh, all right. Well,
Yeah.
Bodega Bay is another world,
Yeah, the birds.
and they film that here. You know that,
That's
and
correct.
you know those birds. You must be careful because they don't attack as they once did, but they will poop on you.
They will.
They will
But
poop
did
on
you
you.
know all over Bodega Bay, there are these old birds who are walking around going, I was in that Hitchcock movie. I was
That's
in that
right.
Hitchcock movie.
No,
right?
I bet there was.
But this is an exciting movie tonight because it's got Stanwyck.
Ghosts.
And I am a true Barbara Stanwyck fan.
And you have stuff to dish out about her,
Well,
right?
absolutely.
Have you ever met her?
Barbara Stanwyck, one of the few people I never met. No,
Never met,
But
no.
my cousin was her director on the Ralph Sininsky. He was one of her directors on The Big Valley, which was done right before the movie we're going to
Right,
see.
right.
Or we are seeing.
All right, let's save the rumors. Because, there's some of these viewers out here, they're so young they don't know who Barbara Stanwyck is. So they need to see some of the film, and then they'll know the lady in which we speak of.
Big star.
Big star. She was
as
a
big
big star,
as any
right.
star today.
She's dead now, right?
so dead.
So dead. She's dead. But in this movie tonight, she's alive. So watch the alive version of Barbara Stanwyck, and we're going to be back with Jan Wahl to hear all about it, right?
Right.
Right. All right, off we go. See you on the other side of the break.
This brief moment of tranquility has been brought to you by Nightscape. Relax and sleep better every single night with this and other videos from our free YouTube channel. Learn more by visiting nightscape.co today.
Welcome back to the show. If you're just joining us, you're tardy. We'll forgive you this time.
Yeah, we'll forgive him.
Just this time. Anyways, we're watching The House That Would Not Die with the unsinkable Jan Wahl.
And the unsinkable Barbara Stanwyck.
And the
who was
unsinkable
this
Barbara Stanwyck.
huge star for the young people who don't know. She was in everything. She was in
She
the
was?
original Titanic. Well, not the very
No.
original. Yes, there was a movie called The Titanic.
Really?
Before the Titanic
Right.
movie that everyone knows.
Right.
And she played one of the people who got the heck off that ship. But her husband...
What year did that film come out?
In the 50s. Everything she did
I want
that
to
was
watch this
huge,
film.
Everything that she did was in the 50s. No, not the new one, the old one.
I know.
Everything she did was that was huge was in the 50s. But
Right.
after she did the movie we're seeing now, she did a bunch more movies. And she
Like?
was already a super old lady. Well, she played a madam in a brothel, which this place looks a little bit like, I'm telling you.
You know, I'm told that during the 20s, this was a speakeasy.
Oh, I love speakeasies.
Right.
You know, that's where women
And
like me could get
maybe
wild
there was
and
other
crazy.
easy things going on. It's
Well,
possible.
easy women.
I don't know.
But
Right.
easy
All right,
men
now back
too.
to Barbara Stanwyck. Now you said
Yes.
she was an old woman in the 60s.
Yeah, well, I
She
mean,
was
she was in
63
her,
when she did this film, right?
What's that?
She was 63 when
Is
she
that
did this
right?
film, right? Yeah,
Okay,
she was
and
only
before that,
63.
she did a very important series that was kind of like Bonanza, if anybody
Big
remembers Bonanza, and
Valley.
it was called The Big Valley.
Yes.
And so she
Loved
was
it.
a worker bee. She loved to work, and she kept working after this movie. She was
Right.
nominated for Oscar 4 times. She should have won for playing, here comes the name, everybody, Sugar Puss O'Shea. Is that not
She
the best
did-
name
You know,
ever?
I'm shocked by that name, but I'm more
love
shocked
that
that she
name.
never received an Academy Award
no,
at all.
and she did. She got an honorary Oscar. And
After
she
she was
dedicated
dead?
it to William Holden. No, she was still alive, and she dedicated it to William Holden, who had just died of alcoholism,
honorary?
which is something that Richard Egan had a big problem with, who's also in this movie.
Right.
Richard Egan, but Richard Egan has something wonderful. Okay. Underwater. There's a movie with Jane Russell called Underwater. The best PR skit ever. I mean, the best PR scam, I should say. Okay,
Right.
get this. They asked all the people like me, who are reporters, to come underwater with like diving bells and all that, and do it underwater with Richard Egan. Do the questions underwater in a swimming pool
goodness.
in
Did you
Miami.
do it?
I wasn't around then, but I was a little girl. But if I had been, I would have.
Oh, right. No. So you're still a little girl.
Well, show business.
You're still a young lady.
Well, because show business keeps me young. You know, Vincent?
Show business makes me old.
Oh, no.
Oh, my
Livingston and I
goodness.
were just talking about this. Show business is something so fabulous that it keeps you alive and young and vital because it's full of scandal and
There's no
mystery.
business like show business.
There's no business like show business. Hey.
Speaking of which, we need to get back to this film.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Go.
All right, I think they're ready. All right, you ready to get back to the film? Because here we go, right now. Did you kick her out of the chair? No, she likes Jan. She would never do that, right?
She actually asked her nicely.
No, I'm sure Jan had to take a call from somebody important, unlike you.
All my calls are important.
He gets calls. He gets calls from the plumbing department at Macy's.
They don't have a plumbing
They
department.
do now.
Oh, dear.
All right. Anyways, welcome back to the show. Jan will be back in the next segment. So you know what that means. It means we're going to do mail for you, from you, right? We've got mail this time. Oh, look, it's whole boxes.
And
Nicely. Envelopes.
Envelope.
Manila envelopes.
It's one from Len Greeley.
Len Greeley. We've heard from Len before. And look at these wonderful stamps. They're like horror stamps. You cannot see this. I'm still going to point them out. But this is thick. Did he send us a large bundle of cash this time? No.
I don't
He sent
think so.
us 3 more letters. He's getting 3 for the price of 1. Look at this. Look at what he did. That's how people get 4 letters on Creature Features. You send 1 envelope with 3 envelopes inside. So these are individuals. I'm going to give them to her to pass out. Anything else in here? No. All right. And there is a letter. Oh, it's a big letter. Oh, it's all movie recommendations. So I'm not going to read all the recommendations here, but I shall read the letter portion. He goes, Dear Vincent, thank you for Creature Features. It is a great show. Confidentially, YouTube has needed programming like this for some time now. I never thought of it that way. YouTube needing programming.
YouTube needing programming.
No, well, it's like we reside between dog trick videos and how to sharpen your knife videos.
And the cats, of course. Don't
And the
forget
cats, of course, right. So I only discovered it about a month ago, and I can't get enough of the show. So this must be a different Greeley. We know another Greeley, so there's two of you now. I hope you don't mind, and I realize showing certain movies in your venue can get a bit sticky and complicated, but I took the liberty of handpicking some truly outstanding movies for your inspection. You should note that each of these movies is already free for watching on YouTube, yet they are not easy to find if the watcher doesn't know what they are looking for. So not all are in the mainstream for viewers. He's got quite a list here. It's got, let me name one to see how well he did. He's got one called Indizit Laka. Oh no, it's a German film. He understands German, you know. You write it too and speak it. Say something in German.
Something in German.
He's not a good comedian, though. He's a good German, but a bad comedian. All right. Anyways, thank you for your consideration. God bless and the best wishes on the success of the show. Signed, Len. And what's in these little things he sent? Show.
Greeting cards.
Cards. Show me. Oh, with cash. He places cash inside. What a surprise. All right, so this card is to me. It says, you're always ready to step up and help out. Thanks for all you do, Len. Wonderful. And then there's cards for you too. And all right, and this one says, the things you do might seem like little things to you, but those little things have a way of making lives better and brighter. Very nice. Was that to you?
It was.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
You know, she does brighten some lives and darkens others permanently. All right, and then this is for Livingston. Your thoughtfulness has been a real blessing. You know, he's a thoughtful man, but sometimes his thoughts meander into bad places as well. And we won't discuss that, right? No?
So
I cut him off guard.
From Dearborn, Michigan.
Dearborn, Michigan. You can place that money into your pocket, Tangela, but I will take it out of your allowance, so the choice is yours. Either way, it goes to the show funds. She's such a brat. All right, one book, one magazine, two magazines. Let's find out the story of this bundle of goodness which has been sent to me today. All right, this is from whom? My goodness, everyone's handwrite. You know, when you handwrite a letter to me, you're making it difficult for my brain. You know, it's been some time since I've read script. All right, here we go. Vincent, Mr. Livingston, and Miss Tangela discovered your excellent program on YouTube and love it. Keep up the excellent work. I have enclosed a local book entitled Mages of Detroit Television. Right? You might recognize some of our local personal ties who later became national personalities. We'll have to go through that book. Thank you for all you do. G.S. Franskar, Dearborn, Michigan. And here's another part of the letter. He goes, I'm a huge fan of classic sci-fi and horror, and I wonder if you had seen the following. White Zombie, we've shown it. Mad Love with Peter Lorre, never heard of it. The Old Dark House with Boris Karloff. That's probably one we can't show, right? Nope. Destination Moon by George Pell, can't show it. Frankenstein, can't show it. The Mask, 1961. Didn't we show that one? No. Frankenstein. You know, if it says Frankenstein, we can't show it. Well, we can't afford it. We can show it. But we just have to spend $10 billion. And, you know, that's like Elon Musk money, right?
Pocket change for Elon Musk.
Pocket change for Elon Musk. But big budget for us, so we can't afford it. Thank you so much for writing, though. Last one. Oh, look at that. She likes comics like that. I don't know why. I think it's because of cryptic, right?
This is from Livermore, California?
Livermore. Do you know what they have more of in Livermore?
No.
Neither do I. Anyways, the box should go to her. The letter goes to me. And I shall narrate her opening of the package. This is from Danielle and Laurie Siebert from another wine country in Livermore. I didn't know they made wine. They have more wine in Livermore.
Yes.
That's what they have. You know, you should save that. She likes popping those things, you know.
To my irritation.
To Vincent, the guardian of creature features, the dearly patient Mr. Livingston, and the delightfully angelic Tangela. You know, she's a bit angelic, but not delightfully. We so enjoyed the weekly video visit to the mansion. It was especially fun to watch the Milpitas Monster this last weekend. We currently teach in Milpitas, and the high school building used in the film is currently housing our district offices, alternative schooling, and a preschool. You know, alternative schooling and a preschool together, that does not sound appropriate.
Why not?
Because it's the misbehaved children next to the little children. They're teaching them things. You should reconsider that. We also enjoyed seeing the locale as it was in 1976. It is vastly different now, no doubt. You know, Robert Bill was telling us everything's different. Even the dump is like someplace else.
Hidden.
What? No, the Milpitas Monster cannot find his home anymore because they moved the dump. We have put together a little Easter box for our angel Tangela. Sorry we're a little late on this. And hope she will share this with all of you. Hoping you enjoy more fun films with you in the future. Well, thank you so much, Danielle and Laurie. Daniel and Laurie. I called them Danielle. Oh, look at this wonderful Easter stuff. My goodness.
Tangela's peeps.
No, well, you know, she loves these things. How wonderful. And all those eggs. Is that Silly Putty? That is all Silly Putty? I love Silly Putty. She loves Silly. That's the only thing we really do together is play Silly Putty, right? All right. Thanks again. Is that it?
That's it.
That is it for mail. If you'd like to send us mail of your own by email, send it to the address you see appearing down by the shoe. And if you'd like to send us a wonderful package of Easter fun and Silly Putty, send it to the address you see appearing under my knee. And we will be back shortly with Miss Jan Wahl, but first we need to get back to the house that would not die. See you soon. Jan Wahl,
Yes, darling.
expert on movies. Why is it that every time we see a movie that's on the East Coast, it's in a house with dry dirt and dry dying leaves and grass?
Right, because they film in where? Los Angeles. Or
It's
they
so
film in
obvious.
Arizona. They film somewhere that's cheaper
No.
than going to Boston or going to the East Coast.
Recently, we showed a film called The Last Child, and these people have to escape through Vermont to Canada, and they're in a car chase in Vermont, and the hills look like,
Right.
you know, the San Fernando Valley.
And even when they get the place right, they get the directions wrong. For
Right.
instance, the movie The Graduate is famous for Dustin Hoffman going the wrong way on the Bay Bridge.
Right.
And the Star Trek movie that I love best, they used Sausalito, but they really, it doesn't
Right.
make sense for most
No.
of Sausalito. So
No.
it's
Terrible.
It's okay. It doesn't matter. I mean, as long as it's a good movie.
No, it's
Yeah.
obviously a geographical error.
But it's a wonderful film. It's the
You-
funniest of those films.
You had a big interest in the Oscars this
Well,
year.
yes, every year, and I'll tell you why.
Every
Because
year.
the
Why?
Oscars matter. Why do they
Why?
matter? I'm not going to go back.
I want to
into
know
what
why they
happened.
matter right now.
They matter right now, right at this moment.
Right.
They matter because there's two reasons. Without the Oscars, we get nothing but Batman 7, Kick My Heart Out Mama 17,
Right.
and teenagers in summer camp. You know,
And you
we
think
get nothing except box office.
Right.
We would never get anything with the idea of excellence.
Oh,
so
all right.
the idea
Artwork.
is excellence.
Right.
The other thing is it exposes people to movies they will not have seen.
Right.
Like I was mentioning at the beginning, my favorite movie of the year, which was Coda. And it exposes people to Coda, to Belfast,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
the new West Side Story, to movies that really are good. They wouldn't get exposed if they didn't win some Oscars.
I don't watch the Oscars.
Well, I know, of course.
And
many
you know
people
why?
don't.
Because they're always showing scenes from the film. You know, I cannot even watch trailers because it'll ruin the movie for me.
I think that's correct, and I think that's stupid. And you know where that's really bad, where they ruin movies? I used to make trailers, so I know. You know, my background is a lot of television production, and one of the problems is comedies. They will show you the funniest parts. So
Right.
by the time
The
you
best
see
parts.
it, right?
They'll show you the best
You've
parts
seen
in the
it.
trailer. It makes no sense.
Right.
Anyways, we're going to talk some more about the Oscars at the next break. But first, we've got to get back to this film.
Oh, right, Barbara Stanwyck,
The
Richard
House That
Egan.
Would Not Die. And we're going to see maybe another seance or two. I don't know.
Seance, I love that. Houdini
out.
seance.
Houdini seance would be nice. All right. See you soon.
Hello, this is Adelina calling from Louisville, Kentucky. Lots of love to Tangela, Livingston, and Vincent. Thank you all for so many laughs and for the creepy and not so creepy movies. I was wondering, can you possibly show Ghost Story from 1981 starring Fred Astaire? That would be awesome. Anyway, thanks again. Ciao for now.
Love boat.
Hey.
Soon we'll be making another run. You know, this film was made by the Spelling
But yes,
Incorporated.
this movie we're
Right.
watching with Stanwyck
Yes.
and Egan, made by Aaron Spelling.
He did not
who
direct
was-
it, though.
No, but he was so tacky and trashy. I just loved him.
No,
and
he
his
did some
home,
good
you know, in
movies.
Holmby Hills, biggest home in West LA, biggest private home in West LA, where I'm from. I grew up there, but not in that home.
I used to live. Used to live in Bel Air.
Did you?
I lived in Bel Air, and I also lived in Brentwood.
Well, me
I
too.
lived in Brentwood during the entire OJ thing. Imagine that.
My God,
It was the
this-
worst.
Oh.
My favorite sushi place on San Vicente, I can never go because there was always CNN trucks parked everywhere.
Whoa.
It was
Well, you know,
ridiculous.
we're seeing ghosts coming alive in this film.
No,
and, you know,
they're funny.
all over West LA,
Finally,
ghosts.
no, look how long it took for us to get some real ghost action in this movie.
Well,
No, ghost movies should start with a ghost thing, and
oh no, they have to build up to it.
no,
You got to freak and get weird and scared, and then the ghosts come.
Amityville Horror.
Oh, you know,
It
Lloyd
hit the ground
Jacobson,
running.
Lloyd Jacobson wrote a book called Haunted Hollywood.
I know Lloyd
and it's
Jacobson.
all really.
Do you
oh
know?
my God, I've always
do you
wanted
know
to
her
meet
husband, John Provost?
Is that right? She's married to the Lassie.
She's married to John Provost.
Oh, my
and-
God.
And do you know what he does? He's our neighbor.
Uh-huh.
He throws things over the fence.
Really?
I don't blame him.
Dog biscuits?
No, they're things that Tangela threw over first.
Oh, my
but
God.
he still throws things over our fence. Like
The main
bricks and
thing is
things
they
like that.
shouldn't fall down a well. That is the main thing with those two. You got to watch them.
Well, we'll be careful of that, will we
Okay.
not? All right, so back to
Yes.
the ghost movie.
I love movies about
So,
ghosts. I think ghosts are really
what's your favorite
fabulous.
ghost movie?
I would say Charles Lawton, and it's a wonderful movie about an old ghost.
Ghost?
I'm sorry, the name is
Is it like the-
Canterville. The Canterville
Oh,
Ghost.
that one.
Robert
Right,
Young.
right, yeah.
And it's fabulous because he's a sweet old ghost.
I thought you were going to say The Ghost of Mrs. Muir.
That's also fabulous
That's the one.
and so sexy.
Now, did you ever see the
guys,
series?
The Ghost of Mrs. Yeah, but I love the original.
Who was it?
Rex
Who was
Harrison
the
and-
woman? Who was the woman who was in that?
Tierney, Jean Tierney. Rex
In the
Harrison,
original
the most
movie.
gorgeous. Yes.
Right, right.
Here's what's great about them. You want them to have sex. Am I
Oh, my
allowed to
goodness.
say that on this show?
Oh, you just did, so
Oh,
I
my
suppose
God.
you can.
But you want the Ghost and Mrs. Muir to have sex.
Why would one want this? And how is it even possible?
Because in the classic movies, and this is kids, you watch these classic movies, nobody's actually doing it. Nobody's doing the horizontal mambo. Nobody's actually jumping up and down. But the desire is there. The white hot heat of desire.
Right.
Yeah.
No, yes,
Whew.
I suppose.
I just turned myself on.
No, that's wonderful. So, let's get back to this movie, shall we?
Okay, yes.
All right, off we go. Back to the house that would not die with our guest, Jan Wahl, the amazing celebrity interpreter who will not die either.
No matter what.
Off we go. See you soon.
Hello, this is Mr. Livingston. It would appear I have been tasked with requesting you to help our show financially by visiting our Patreon page. Your generosity will help us keep Creature Features on the air. With only a few dollars a month from you, your kindness will allow us to continue creating new entertainment for your viewing pleasure each and every week. And if you have the desire to give more, you might even receive a gift from Tangela. I think not. Please visit the website below to learn more. Thank you. Portions of this program are brought to you by Micromat, making products that keep your Macintosh running at its best. Miss Tangela. Tangela, the movie's about to begin again. Please stop. Please stop. Why do I even bother? This is Livingston, and you're watching Creature Features. Not now. Stay tuned. This portion of Creature Features is brought to you by CreatureFeatureStore.com, the official merchandiser of Creature Feature accessories.
You know, I love the way the light reflects and changes color. I want to have my Bentley painted in this.
Isn't
this
it
fashion.
fabulous? I
That's
know.
wonderful.
I
That's wonderful.
love nails. I love it. Remember Cabaret? Poor Liza now, but back then she was quite fabulous.
Liza Minnelli.
Yes, and she had
Liza
green
Minnelli.
nails. And of
Did
course,
she?
the movie The Women is all about nails and gossip and getting your nails done, you know, Jungle Red.
Well,
Ooh,
this
I love it.
movie, now they are having another seance.
I know.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like an exorcism. Right.
which is a scary movie, The Exorcist. This is not scary.
Have you
it's
ever met-
fun
have
scary,
you
and
ever
that's
met
why I like your show.
Linda Blair.
Oh yeah, she was at the Castro
She's
Theater.
a tiny
little
tiny
thing, very sweet.
She's like
woman.
she's smaller than Tangela.
Ah, yeah,
No.
that's pretty small.
No,
Tangela's quite a fragile.
Oh, Tangela has bigger muscles.
Ah,
No, I know, because I felt
really?
Linda Blair's muscles.
Like
she
a
made
little-
she made a bicep, and I.
Oh, really?
Yes,
like
no.
a bird, but with biceps.
Tangela can take down large grown men.
What
true
I
story.
like about Tangela is her attitude. She has attitude.
Yeah, that's
I like
that's-
women with attitude.
That's all we love. We all love her
Yes, right.
attitude.
I
Anyways,
know.
we were talking about all the things you do. For those of you just joining us, this is Jan Wahl,
Yeah.
and you're like the ninja of the
Well, I've been doing it a
celebrity
long
gossip
time.
world.
You know, Vincent, I've been so lucky. I've been
Don't
doing
say
this
you've been doing a long time. Don't say that, because that makes you sound like older than you really are. She's
I like
30
being
years
older.
old, and
Right.
she's been doing this for 10 years.
Let me tell you, getting older is a great thing because you really don't care anymore what you say, so you can really be honest.
I've noticed that.
You can plant
I've
your
noticed
feet and
that.
tell your truth. It's a great thing. But the nice thing is, this is something I've always loved. I always tell people who want to know how I did it, find what you love that you would do for free and then make a career out of it.
have you written
and
a
I've
book?
always loved it, and I've done it since high school.
Have you written a book?
Not yet. That's my next thing.
You do a book.
I know. But I do
No,
write
but it should be
columns
called.
for
It should be called "How to Be Cool" by Jan Wahl.
Oh, how to be
Right?
cool.
How to Be
Okay.
Cool by Jan Wahl.
I love
and then,
that.
And then you could put in information about how to do your actual job. But it's called "How to Be Cool" by Jan Wahl.
I wanted to do Life as a Banquet, but most poor
I
suckers
like
are
this.
starving to death.
No.
It's been done.
Call it
Rosalind
vampire.
Russell did
Call
it.
it Vampire Buffet.
Vampire Buffet. Ooh, I could see that.
I want to make a film called Vampire Buffet.
Now, see, that would be a good thing for you. For me, I'm more about lust and taking big bites out of life. You know,
Right,
that would
so
be a good thing.
similar,
Something like
similar
that,
but
similar.
different. Right.
But I do KGO Radio. I do San Francisco Bay Times. I do.
Well, slow down. So the KGO radio show is
Every Friday
every
night.
Friday at 6
o'clock in
p.m.
the evening.
Pacific time, and people can go to KGO.
KGO Radio, which is
Radio.
just go to the Google, but it's 8:10 a.m. It's all over the Bay Area, and it's
so
actually all over the country.
If they tune in, what would they hear? What kind
They
of
will
thing?
hear different topics, you know.
Different topics.
Like it could be, if it's Mother's Day, I'll do Mothers in the Movies.
Oh,
From
nice.
Throw Mama from the Train all the way
Nice.
to I Remember Mama,
Right,
you know,
right.
from Gypsy, you know, it could be Great Mother's Day, Father's Day, or else Valentine's Day, it could be How to Get Lucky After You See a Movie.
Wonderful.
No, what I mean is love in the movies and lust.
Love. Yes.
And lust.
No, love is good.
Love is good.
Love
Lust
is a many
better.
splendid thing.
It is. Great
is.
film, by the way. Jennifer Jones Wimbledon.
I love Jennifer Jones.
Yeah,
She's dead as
really.
well.
She's dead. All the people I like are dead. However, I have interviewed many, many stars who are alive who are quite wonderful to talk to, like Jodie Foster.
I love Jodie
I
Foster.
know.
Have you heard her speak French?
No. That
Fluid.
would be amazing.
She speaks French better than Emmanuel Macron.
That's pretty
She
good.
does. No, it's a true story.
Well, she's extremely smart, and I remember after I interviewed her, I thought, why is she wasting her time in show business?
she
She's
met
so
Jodie
brilliant.
Foster? She met
Oh,
Jodie
that's
Foster?
nothing. I've met everybody.
You
I
gotta
walked
put in a
around
good
with
word
Paul
for me.
Newman, where it was so loud, a cacophony. Don't you love the word cacophony?
Cacophony.
It's like when I was
yes.
saying this was like a brothel. There's certain words that are so
Tarantella.
wonderful.
I also like tarantella.
Tarantella's a good word. But anyway, it was a cacophony of people yelling, Paul Newman, Paul Newman. Because when you're famous, you know, it's just amazing. We had to duck into a room, which,
course you
me
did.
and Paul Newman ducking
Right.
into it.
And if I don't stop you right now, we're never going to see the end of the movie.
And
so
we have to.
You stay there.
Okay.
And then we're going to start the movie. We're going to finish the movie. Then we come back. Tangela's got something interesting to tell
Ooh,
you.
great.
Maybe. We'll see. Anyways, see you soon. Other side of the movie. Stick around after the credits, because unless you don't want to see Tangela and Jan say goodbye.
Oh,
Right?
my
Right.
little
Stick around.
sweetheart.
See you soon. And so ends The House That Would Not Die. I guess suppose it did die, right?
Oh, it did. A sad death.
No, well, it's not dead. Maybe it's like alive now.
And maybe it will come alive again. And we got to see Stanwyck and poor Richard Egan.
And
I'll
the
stop
spirits were able to go into the light.
Yeah.
You know, she loves it when spirits go into the light.
thinking. Oh, yeah. It's
you
very
know how many
important.
people she sent into the light?
No. Is that right?
More than one.
Well, that's what we want, the light.
No,
That's
well,
what we all seeking.
I think she provides a service. You know, she like sends people. She's like a little light-colored like Grim Reaper
Yes.
of a sort.
Yes,
Right.
that's good.
Although Grim Reapers, I don't think actually kill people. They just come when it's time.
She has a most beautiful face.
Nice movie. We'll show it again in 2 years, 3 years maybe. That seems to be our pattern. Jan, what are you doing next?
Oh my God, I'm just so busy. I do Armed Forces Radio Network, which goes all over the world.
Right.
To the Armed Forces.
That's
I write
nice.
columns. I'm always busy.
So-
I'm going on a couple cruises this year where I give speeches.
You're going to
So
give a
it's
speech
cool.
on a
Yeah.
cruise.
Yes, we're going
The
to
Love Boat.
The Love Boat. Hey.
You should
yeah,
do
I'll
it.
turn it into the Love Boat.
Right. No, well, we just recently had the Tuna of the Sea go into our harbor and block it in Bodega Bay.
Oh,
here.
that's terrible.
Right? No, it was terrible.
See, I don't like it when they do that kind of thing.
No.
Yeah.
It's, some of these captains should be running steamboats and not large cruise liners.
You know, the great
So
thing
be
about
careful.
the Love Boat is they had a chance for all these old stars to actually appear who would never have
Right.
a chance. There were all these old stars on those shows.
No, that's true. But we love them all, right?
Love them all.
All right.
Love some of the new ones, too.
How do we learn more about you? You have a website,
JanWahl.com.
janwahl.com, and if they go there, they can probably find links to all these things that you've spoken of, right?
Well, not so much links, because that would take a lot of work on my part, and I'm not into that.
That's all right.
No.
You can find photos of Jan.
Photos with
Photos
me
of
and
Jan.
famous people.
Pictures of her with Brad Pitt.
Yeah, that's right.
Right, things
Absolutely.
like this. Things like this. Right.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Jerry Herman, who wrote the words and lyrics to La Caja Folle, Hello Dolly. Yeah, I like all kinds of things.
She just hangs out with famous people, and then sometimes she goes down in the dirt and hangs out with us.
That's what I like, is bottom companions.
Bottom of the barrel. Well, now that you've been on the show twice, you know that your career is going into its sunset mode.
It is.
It's a fact.
Bye, everybody.
No thing. All right. Thank you so much for coming, Jan.
Thank
we
you
hope to
for
see you next
having
time
me, Vince.
you're in
Thank you,
town, and then
Tangela.
we'll go get seafood.
Oh,
right?
that would be
Right.
wonderful.
Seafood's wonderful. All right. And as far
Thank
as,
you, Mr. Livingston.
oh, he's off tending to things. So.
I know.
All right. As far as you guys are concerned, thank you so much for watching our show this weekend. We know you could have been doing something far more interesting than this, but instead you chose to watch our program, and for that reason, I love you, Tangela loves you, Jan loves you,
That's right.
and Livingston, we won't talk about him at the moment, but we will see you next week. Different guests, different movie, don't know who, don't know what, but it shall be fun. See you then. So, Jan, I'm thinking of doing a film as well. Do you think the board of the Academy might consider it?